Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something really thought-provoking.
Definitely. We're looking at the meter, the standard unit of length.
Right, but asking, could it actually have really ancient, maybe even natural origins?
It stems from a post you shared with us from X.com, a pretty fascinating theory in there.
Yeah, it is. So our mission today is basically to, well, dig into what that post claims and look at the evidence they lay out.
Okay, so this X.com post, it kicks off by mentioning a French video.
Uh-huh.
And that video apparently suggested the meter might be older than we think and maybe tied to, of all things, the size of water droplets.
Wild, right? It makes you pause and think if something we use every day could somehow be linked back to nature like that.
Totally. So the author of the X post describes looking into this themselves. First, they found that, well, standard water droplet size, it's kind of all over the map.
Makes sense. I mean, think about tiny mist versus big raindrops. Very different.
Exactly. But the key thing, apparently, from that French video was looking at droplets on a surface that repels water. Ah, okay. Like a hydrophobic surface?
Precisely. On those surfaces, water doesn't like to spread out. The water molecules kind of stick together more.
Forming a tighter ball, right? To touch the surface less.
You got it. And the post then talks about super hydrophobic surfaces, even more extreme repulsion.
Things like Teflon.
Teflon, yeah, or famously, the surface of a lotus leaf. Water just beads up and rolls off.
And this is where it gets specific. The X post zeroes in on the Egyptian blue lotus.
Right, and what's interesting is what the author of the post did next. They described asking Grok, that's an AI model, a specific question.
Okay, what was the question?
They asked it to calculate the maximum stable size a water droplet could reach on, specifically a blue lotus leaf, trying to quantify that natural limit.
Huh. So what did the AI supposedly find?
Well, according to the post, Grok came back with a diameter of 10 millimeters.
10 millimeters.
Okay, so 1 centimeter.
1 centimeter, yeah. And the post presents this as like a maximum possible stable size on that surface. It raises the question, is there some physical limit here?
And this 1 centimeter finding is where the theory really launches.
Right. The author connects this measurement directly back to ancient Egypt,
suggesting that maybe the meter, or at least its ancestor, somehow relates to the biggest possible Nile water droplet sitting on a blue lotus leaf, a plant important to them.
It's a powerful image, you have to admit, and it doesn't stop there.
Oh.
The post then calculates the volume of that 1 centimeter droplet. It comes out to about 0.5236 cubic centimeters.
Okay, 0.5236. Seems very precise.
It is. And here's what the post calls the mind-blowing connection.
Let me guess.
That volume, 0.5236 cubic centimeters, is apparently incredibly close, maybe even identical, to the volume of the ancient Egyptian cubit.
Wait, the cubit wasn't a length? How does volume match? Oh, wait, volume of the cubit, as in if it were a cube, maybe, or derived somehow. The post implies a direct volume match.
The post presents it as a direct match. It's 0.5236 centimeter in meter color. That's the number given. It's definitely something to scrutinize how that connection is made. But the claim is striking.
It is. And the author emphasizes this idea that physically, you just can't get a bigger, stable droplet on that leaf. Like, it's a fundamental constant of nature.
Which is a strong claim. We need to remember, though, seeing a correlation, even a striking one like this number, doesn't automatically mean one caused the other. There could be other factors, or it could be coincidence.
True. Always important to keep that in mind.
So pulling it all together from this X.com post, what we have is this really intriguing idea, a potential thread linking water physics on a lotus leaf in ancient Egypt.
Through the ancient Egyptian cubit.
All the way somehow to the modern meter.
It definitely sparks your curiosity, doesn't it? Makes you wonder how many other things we take for granted, measurements and units, might have these, I don't know, hidden connections to the natural world we haven't even thought of.
Exactly. What other everyday units might have these surprisingly deep, maybe even natural origins just waiting for us to uncover? Something to think about.